part of my story. And I wanted to talk about a little bit about how and why and what we're doing on a boat, because I keep telling my clients, talk to your customers and tell them about your personal life. And I know it's not easy, right? Because I'm here, and every time I come on, I go, what am I going to talk about? It's a little bit exciting, but is it exciting for anybody to watch? So, welcome. If you are on, welcome. And if you come in afterwards, welcome as well. Please share this video. I don't mind at all. It's going to be on several medium. And please share with anybody you want to, because I think the alligator, we have a visitor in the marina this morning. So if you looked on my page, you will see a real live alligator that is actually on the in the marina swimming around, and I was very close to it. It was what exciting thing happening on the boat, right? So introducing myself, I'm Veronica Jeans, and so we live on a boat. My husband and I live on a boat, and we like living on a boat because it was always our dream. And I want to tell you my story and I hope it's not going to be boring, but this might help people. People have always asked me, how do you do it? Why did you do it? So this might help you maybe to actually take the plunge and do something totally out of your normal life, because life really is just getting up in the morning, getting stuck into work, and doing what you need to do. Or like Tim this morning is going to be Zoom daddy, right? So we're in this really weird situation where we're all isolated, and our lives are changing. But my life changed about 2011. So 2010, my boys were out of the house and they went off, college finished, and off they were, hopefully working and being successful. I think it was, yes, they were out of college, thank goodness. And so we had to decide, what are we going to do? Oh yes, I was introducing myself. So anyway, I'm Veronica Jeans, and I live on a boat. And as you can see, I'm also a Shopify queen. This is what I do with my life. I've written a book. I'm a best-selling international author on Amazon, which is very exciting. And so hello. So we decided one day, Roy came home and he said, what are we going to do? We have to downsize, because, we don't need a 3,800 square foot home. So I said to him, and we have to start saving for retirement, right? So I said to him, well, I've got no ideas, because you don't like living in an apartment. And then we moved to a smaller house. So that was exciting. Thanks, Tim. I love introducing myself, right? So anyway, so then what happened is he came home and said, what about a boat? And I thought, 1 second, 2 seconds, boom, baby, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, living on a boat. And it was all very exciting, right? It was amazing. But, then we had to move. Oh, yes. So first we had to look for a boat. And the decision was, okay, so we're going to buy an old boat, because, we don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you can spend millions on a boat, right? And you buy a boat, doesn't matter what the price, you are going to spend a few $1,000s just to fix it, or just to fix something, because boats get old, right? So so we got a boat, and it was really old. So we put down our cash and bought it straight out of the cash, carried it into the bags. I'm joking, it wasn't bank transfer, but anyway, it felt like we're carrying the cash in the bags to buy the boat. Roy went off to Tampa, and he brought the boat back with his broker, and they hammered it, right? Every day they would like cruising like 8 hours a day. Anyway, it arrived. I had already packed up the house, and I tell you something, packing up a house to move to a boat is epic. So you got to decide, okay, so what do we need on a boat, right? And what are we going to pack away? And what are we going to do with this stuff? And what are we going to, yeah, I know, right? So what are we going to do with all the extra dishes and pots and pans? And how many pots and pans do you need on a boat? And the clothes. Okay, in America, you have a closet, right? And if you're in Europe, you have a cupboard. Well, I was never the closet person. My closet always just looked like a cupboard. I never had too many clothes, thank God. So anyway, so then you have my cupboard went from a cupboard to a very small cupboard on a boat. And the day it arrived, so as it came in to the marina, it was, no, what the hell did I do? This is a really small boat. It isn't. It's actually 50 feet, so it's pretty big, right? But just looking at it, it's like, I'm gonna live on a boat? No, you gotta be kidding me. I tell you something. 10 years later, and oh, I've got one big pan, one big pot, two pots, and a small pan. That's it. And you wash dishes, right? So no dishwasher. So as you are cooking and as you're eating, you wash the dishes because there's no space in the small sink, right? There's just no space. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, so four glasses, wine glasses, four normal glasses, 3 cups, 2 coffee cups. That's it. Okay. So you can't use your dishes and decide, I won't do anything. We'll have a lot of visitors. Everybody's drinking in relays. So we have a cabin in the front and we have a cabin in the back. And I have my office literally where I'm sitting right now. I'm not going to show you, but it's a bit messy. And so my desk is literally my computer and a little space on the side, my light on the back, and that's it. My camera behind my laptop. That's it. That's my desk. And then we have the lounge. And okay, I can show you the lounge a little bit. I can show you the lounge. And the kitchen is there where the lamp is. You see the kitchen? So we are fixing the boat, right? We are fixing the boat. Because the boat's old. The boat is literally... how many wine glasses? I've got Tim. What about the wine glasses? So what is the best thing about living on a boat? That's a good question, Tim. The best thing is living on the water. I think I'm a water baby. I don't like swimming, by the way. I did triathlons. I don't like swimming. I like getting in the water and maybe swimming relays. I don't like getting wet. Ew. Anyway, so but we live on the water, right? And I don't mind diving. I like diving because there's a purpose to it. The best thing about living on a boat is the freedom. You know, it's like in your head, the freedom in your head. It's like, this is it. This is not putting me, I've got nothing. All I can do is switch the engine on and we can go somewhere. Okay, we haven't gone anywhere in 8 years, but so when we Tim, listen now, okay? So this is my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, hello. So what we did is Roy went to work every day. Went to work. Off the boat at 4:30 in the morning, and off we went and came back at 5 o'clock. And Houston, it takes about an hour and a half to drive to get here. And so, and I did my office, I worked all day. Unfortunately, instead of doing what he needs to do to fix the boat, he was sent to Saudi Arabia for 2 years, and then and obviously coming backwards and forwards to US, and then he was sent to India backwards and forwards again, and then they were on a project and was 60 hours working, so it was really, really hard. So nothing got done on the boat. So we literally had to wait for him to retire. And he didn't want anybody to do stuff. So we had some stuff done. But it's like, they do stuff, stupid stuff, I'm not going to say shit. But anyway, stupid stuff on the boat, right? They would put our windows in and then damage the surface of where they're crawling around instead of taking their shoes off. I mean, really, really stupid stuff. Anyway, Roy's very proud. He likes doing this stuff. So he's fixing the boat. So the whole purpose of the boat is we always had a dream, right? So when you're young, you have a dream. This is what your life's going to look like. This is what you're going to do. And then you have kids, and then you marry, and you have kids, and life changes, and responsibilities, and it's just life changes, and life becomes like slog, because the kids need shoes, the babies need shoes, you need to eat, and life sort of disappears before you wake up. Suddenly it's like, what happened? The kids are big, so what do you do with life now? Let me tell you something. If you have babies right now, you're going to get to a point where you go to not have kids in the house, and you go, whoa, and what do we do now, right? So that's why we decided to move on a boat, to move forward, and to maybe get into another adventure, because you know what? Nobody is going to give your life back when you get to the end and you're lying there dying, hopefully peacefully in bed, and you go, man, I regretted that I did not do something, right? So I literally we just decided this is it, and in my heart I decided that I don't want to regret things. I want to have an adventure. That's why we moved to Europe. We lived in Europe for 8 years, and we lived in America for 20 plus years now, right? So it was all an adventure. So we're ready for our next adventure. This is how you got to think of life, right? I know it's a slog, and it's working and earning some money, and babies need shoes, and oh yeah, they need to get fed, and we have, you've got to pay for college, and it's super expensive, right? I couldn't believe it actually, but super expensive educating your kids. And then they want to do ballet, and they want to do soccer, and they want to do all sorts of stuff which you have to buy stuff for, right? So it's all the stuff that you put into your life, and then they disappear, and they go off and have their own babies, and life starts again. And your life doesn't have to end, right? Your life doesn't have to end. So I was telling you about why we did it, right? We decided this is it. This is an adventure. Here's what we should have done. We should not have bought such an old boat, because there is so much work. There is so much work to do on this boat, right? So I have not been working on the boat. I've been doing a little bit of sewing, and I do a little bit of decorating. That's it. Keep it clean, make sure everything is packed and repacked, and organize stuff, right? But because we are now ready to go and have our adventure, I have to decide that I'm actually going to help on the boat. So tomorrow on Brian Schulman's show, I'm going to be wearing my hard hat, and it's actually in the car. So yes, Nancy, I'm going to wear my hard hat tomorrow, so to show you that I'm doing something on the boat. I'm the slave on the boat, so I can take out nails and paint and stuff like that. Nothing really fancy. Although I could, because I used to build I used to build houses for clients. I used to be a builder in one of my lives. So, and but yeah, so you can actually do anything in your life. I really, one thing I regret is actually not doing this when we were younger, and taking the kids out of school and just going cruising for a year, because they don't miss out. They your kids will really benefit so much if you took them on an adventure for a year. And I'm lucky, I can work online. Not everybody is lucky to be able to work online and just do what they want to do. But if you think about it, just take life and say, 1 year I'm taking off, and I'm going to take an adventure with my children. They will never ever regret it, and neither will you, because your career will always be there, your clients will always be there. And not all of us have money, but you can do it on a budget, right? So believe me, I'm not going to do this on a budget. I'm selling my book and I'm going to be working on board, right? So I'm not doing it on a budget. I want to cruise and do stuff when we go cruising. And it takes a little bit of money. If you're sailing, it wouldn't be so expensive. But if you're on a yacht, this is a yacht, by the way, not a houseboat, it takes diesel. So bringing the boat from Tampa, Florida, to Houston, Texas, was about $3,000 worth of diesel. Okay, $3,000. It's not to be sneezed at, right? So you have to have a bit of money to actually go really cruising. So the idea is to cruise along the Gulf, the seaboard, along the side, what I call the intercoastal highway, and then going down to the Key West, cruising all the way up the north, going to the Bahamas. And this is a dream. So you can actually achieve your dream no matter what, So buy a big RV, take the kids, and there's so much to see in America, right? So we're going to buy a little RV as well. And just so we can do some road trips, because the boat is going to stay in Florida. Anyway, so yes. Yes. So Nancy says, when I'm 85, I'm certain I will not regret taking time to experience and won't wish I have eaten less. So this is it, right? You got to say to yourself, I mean, if I think, okay, this is very, very big disclosure, okay, so I'm sort of end of 50s, 60ish, and I have 20 years, right, before I become hopefully not too decrepit at 85, right? If I think of my mom, 85, she still has a business, she's still doing what she wants to do, she goes for walks, she swims, she does biokinetics, which is old people, a little bit of old people exercise, but she's exercising, right? She's swimming. She does tax consultancy for small business in Africa. I mean, amazing, right? At 85. So your brain doesn't die with you when you get old. So when you're younger, you tend to think, whoa, when I'm 60, I'm going to retire. Ain't going to happen, baby. Because you still think here, you're still young, So you got to keep your body young, because your body will get old. But so you got to keep it young, because your brain doesn't follow your body, right? Your brain still thinks, I'll jump in and do whatever I want to do. You get a little bit tired. So yes, I know, right? It is absolutely amazing. I shout out to my mom. I mean, she is really amazing. So the reason she doesn't want to actually stop working is because she says she wants to make sure that her brain keeps working. And this is what I find with a lot of people that go, well, I had a career, now I want to retire. What the hell are you going to do when you retire? This is what I told Roy. What are you going to do when you retire? You got to do something. Hence the boat, right? We're going to take another year to finish the boat. So I will be talking about my boat for a year. And hopefully I'll be talking more about what we are doing, and I'll be doing some cooking shows. But we are going to finish the boat and then start cruising and start experiencing things. But before we go on the big cruise, we're going to do little things here and just here around here, to go on the Texas coast and maybe to Louisiana. And yes, right? I know. So you need to remember to nurture our body and keep up with our mind. And so it is really, I see people around me, and my mom's 85, okay? She's 85 this year, I think. Okay, anyway, she's around there. And she keeps saying, those old people in the church. And I go, what old people in the church? You're the oldest lady in the church. She goes, well, those old ladies. And I go, they're 10, 15 years younger than you. So here it's all about your attitude, right? To stay young. I mean, really? Yes. Oh, yes. No. You see, I thought I was going to be in the Bahamas by 2021. And my hubby Roy, #myhubbyroy, says it ain't going to happen. He's going to try, but if you think about it, 6 months, and he's got some big stuff still to do on the boat. So we're going to aim for it, but you know what? I always say, don't put too much pressure on you. because you know what? We can do anything we want to now, right? Anything we want, except for pesky little clients that need our attention, right? But we can literally do anything we want to. So, I don't want to. And so he's working really hard. I don't want him to burn out. So he needs a hobby. So we're looking for a hobby for my hubby Roy. So we're thinking about he needs to go fishing. Except today we've got a huge assed alligator in the marina right here next to our boat. That's no fishing today. Okay, no fishing today. So yes, my hubby Roy is breaking my heart. I know, he works, but he's also enjoying what he's doing. And I've said to him, hey, bring people on board and let's finish it off. He goes, no, they don't fix things properly, So he wants to do it, so that's fine. That's one of his hobbies. New Year's 2021. You know what, Nancy? It's going to come so fast, and it's nearly March, so that you know how fast it goes. And before we know it, it's going to be summer, and then it's going to be Thanksgiving and Christmas again. Life just seems to just float away, right? So you got to make every day count, right? Every day has to be special. And this is the way I feel on my boat. I was lying in my bunk this morning, our bunk, I've got a double bunk, and thinking about just literally observing the boat and standing back, in my mind, standing back and going, what am I doing here? Am I still enjoying this? Because if I'm not enjoying it, then I don't need to be on the boat. But I love living on the boat. It's just, you get in your bunk and it's cozy, right? And we have a fabulous little lounge, and I have a tiny kitchen. I can reach any side when I'm cooking, and I love cooking, by the way. So any side, all I have to do is reach, and I can prepare things. So I love my kitchen. Okay, we only have a shower. We don't have a bath, but I'm just a shower person. I'm not a bath person. A bath gets too hot. Phew, So let's talk about one of you are in the Bahamas. We also have our Corona come. Oh, yes, I know, right? So yes. So we've got several parties we're going to be doing. So we're talking about Brian Schulman's show, and I'm going to be on Brian Schulman's show tomorrow. On LinkedIn, I think it's on Facebook as on Facebook as well, and YouTube. I'm sure he's everywhere. And so it's just a shout out Saturday, and you got to come on. He will bring you in as a guest, and I know Nancy will put the link in there. And so yeah, we have decided we are going to have a party in San Diego in 2022. And it'll be in March. It'll be social media marketing world, and we're going to have a party because then I'm going to go anywhere since I've got a ticket. So we're going to make sure that the party is around then. It's going to be epic. It's a LinkedIn exclusive. Yes, exactly. So you got to be part of the crew, right? So to be part of the crew, you have to come on LinkedIn and be part of the shout out Saturday and what's good Wednesday. So anyway, so we're still talking about the boat, right? We're talking about the boat. So anyway, so what am I doing in my life? I'm not retiring. Again, I'm talking about my mom, 85 years old. She's still going, and I decided I've got 20 years still to become famous. Hence my book, and I'm selling my book as well, which is amazing. You know what, Nancy? My book's selling every single day. I sell one or two, right? It's amazing. So anyway, and I haven't advertised at all about it. So I'm still going to do whatever I do. I'm going to do my lives. I'm going to do my workshops. I love my workshops, teaching people how to get their products online. I'm going to do my next book because I love doing this book. It was a pain in the arse, but since it's done, it is unbelievable. I love having done my book because it really does help people. So anyway, that's my book, available on Amazon. Go on my website and you can sign up. Anyway, so this is been amazing. I know I've been blah blahing a lot, and I promised Roy I won't be blah blahing, but I think I have covered why I'm on the boat. What do you think, Nancy? Did I say everything that you need to know why I'm on the boat, because I just wanted to make sure that I start the series off properly, because from now on I'm going to be talking more about in depth what am I doing. And as I said, I keep telling my clients to be more transparent on online, right? To Because you know what, people buy from people they trust and like. Okay, so if they gonna trust and like you, you got to be transparent and show them a little bit about your personal life, which is not easy, right? It's not easy putting yourself out there, and it's not even easy going live online and putting yourself out there. But today I just decided, I've been deciding about this, doing the show, My Life on a Boat, for a while, but also just deciding what am I going to talk about. So I will have something about the boat every week, and I'll have some really good little stories about, sayings about boats and everything, and myths and truths. And then I'm also going to maybe take you on a little walk around the marina to show you what it's like, because it's really, really awesome here. And then if we go on a trip, I'll make sure we go on Fridays, so you can actually go on a trip with us as we're taking the boat out. So I am going to say bye. I'm Veronica Jeans, and I'm the Shopify queen online, and I live on a boat, and it is a yacht. It's not a houseboat. Okay, so thanks for listening, and thanks for popping in, and I love you guys. Bye, and be back every Friday 10:30 CST. I will be on talking about my boat and what's next and what I'm doing. And by the way, so I help the marina with their marketing, and so there's a bit of a bartering system going on. What's not to like, right? So I'm literally living on a boat so cheaply and saving money. So it makes you think, right? Makes you think. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Bye. And we are